All right, yo, what's good, fam? It's your boy. Welcome back to Real News Podcast, coming at you with some real talk. Now, today we're going to dive into the wild mess going down on Wall Street. Stocks are crashing, and China trade war is heating up. And President Trump is dropping truth bomb about tariffs. I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. No fluff, no fake news, just the facts and some straight up commentary. So buckle up, hit that like button, and let's get into it. Now, if you are not subscribed to my X, go ahead and run over there after this video and go check out some of the stuff I have on there as well on Real News Podcast at Real News 411. Now, let's check out some of the things now. Let's check out this video right here.
In China. They don't play by the rules. 104% tariffs in China are not enough. I'm advocating 400%. I do business in China. They don't play by the rules. They've been in the WTO for decades. They have never abided by any of the rules they agreed to when they came in for decades. They cheat, they steal IP. I can't litigate in their courts. They take product, technology, they steal it, they manufacture it and sell it back here. Never has an administration.
400% tariffs? What would that look like?
I want Xi on an airplane to Washington to level the playing field. This is not about tariffs anymore. Nobody has taken on China yet, not the Europeans, no administration for decades. As someone who actually does business there, I've had enough. I speak for millions of Americans who have IP that have been stolen by the Chinese. I have nothing against the Chinese people. They brought great literacy, art, and tech to the world. The government cheats and steals, and finally, an administration, you may not like Trump, you may not like his style or his rhetoric, finally, an administration that puts up and says enough. 400% tariffs tomorrow morning. He'll tell you why. Xi can only stay the supreme leader if people are employed. If we wipe out any business there, because we are still 39% of all consumables on Earth and 25% of the world's GDP, America is the #1 economy on Earth with all the cards. We will not have that forever. It's time to squeeze Chinese heads into the wall now.
Well, hold on a second, Kevin. Well, I hear you, but hold on. If we're talking about people, the average consumer, not necessarily the head honchos of businesses all across the globe, can they withstand the pressure of that sort of tax on the goods?
It's short-lived. There will be.
But what's your timeline compared to, you don't know the average American's timeline, what they can actually survive. There's people right now who can't survive
400% tomorrow morning, cheese on an airplane to Washington to cut a deal.
All right. There you go. I mean, let's start with the numbers because they don't lie. The stock market took a nosedive, y'all. The Dow Jones down 2.7%. The S&P dropped 3.5%. NASDAQ 4.3%. Russell 2000 that got smoked down to 5%. I mean, we're talking billions wiped out in a blink. Crude oil down 4%. The dollar index down 1.4%. Even the banks got hit. NASDAQ bank fell 5%. You know, it's like the whole world, the financial world at least, just was like, yeah, nah, we're out. You know, but hold up. But, you know, we still have one shining thing out there, and that's gold. And that's the one that's flexing right now. And that is actually up 3.3%. And if you want to know why people run to gold is when they're scared. And right now, folks are shook. This ain't numbers, bro. I mean, this is a China war sinking its teeth in, and Wall Street's feeling the pain right now. So let's talk about the man himself, President Donald Trump. You know, he stepped up to a cabinet meeting on Thursday and said, yeah, that these tariffs might cause some transition problems, but we ain't sweating it. He said, in the end, it's going to be a beautiful thing. Look, I respect the hustle. He's saying he's playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers. He's even pointed out the markets pop the market that popped off on Wednesday after it hit because on them reciprocal tariffs for the 90 days. Um, we had a big day yesterday. He said facts to that. You know, Trump's out here saying countries are blowing him up on his administration's phone, trying to make deals. You know, everybody wants to come and make a deal with him. You know, he told us as well. That's what I'm talking about, real leverage. And you don't get nothing in this world without flexing a little muscle. You know, the Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick backed him up, saying that these countries are making offers, and they wouldn't have touched them without those tariffs that are in play right now. So that's real power. That's actually also putting America's first. Trump's tariffs also reversal wasn't some weak knee backtrack. It was a gut check move driven by a storm of pressure hitting him from all sides. Now the stock and bond markets took a nosedive. Trump called it a yippee. Don't know what that is. Like a shaky rookie in the clutch, and you know he wasn't about to let that chaos rise. You know, so they got big dogs like J.P. Morgan's, Jamie Dimon, if I'm saying it right, you know, dropping truth bombs on Fox Business, warning about the reception and recession, and getting in Trump's ear loud and clear. And to that, the flood of CEOs and lobbyists blowing up Susie Wild's phone, begging for an off ramp, and banking execs leaning on GOP lawmakers to talk sense into the man. Now Trump couldn't ignore the heat. Now this wasn't the free market screaming, and he listened to that. Now let's talk about the real MVP. Of course, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. You know, this dude actually did put in work, sitting Trump down on a long Sunday convo, convincing him to hit pause for 90 days and play the negotiation game smart. Bessent took all of them Wall Street panic calls over the weekend and flipped it into a plan. Told Trump it ain't a retreat, it's just a power move with the 75 countries already at the table, and Japan is leading the pack. Now, Trump also gave him the keys to the trade advisory crew, trusting his gut after the Air Force One ride back from D.C. And, you know, just don't sleep on China. You know, of course, they had to clap back with their own tariffs. So Trump doubled down with them with a 125 jab while easing off the rest. Now that's part of the deal. All right. Now, instinct, pressure, and a little bit of strategic flexing. But we're going to keep it real right now. This ain't about sunshine and rainbows. This market's tanking because investors are spooked and about this trade war with China. All right. Now, the tariffs mean higher costs. Higher costs mean companies take a hit. And that's why you see Bitcoin down 3.7%. Even the crypto boss are feeling it right now. But, you know, President Donald Trump's betting on the long game, and he's thinking, yeah, we might stumble right now, but we're going to come back stronger, and we're going to come out of this a lot stronger. And you know what? I ain't mad at it. Sometimes you got to take a punch to land a knockout. Now, the fake news might spin this like it's all doom and gloom kind of thing, but I see a strategy here. Now, gold's up because people are hedging their bets, and Trump's team is out here negotiating with the world. Now, this is not chaos. It is controlled chaos. You know, so I just want to reiterate that this is not chaos. This is controlled chaos. So where we are at right now, stock market is bleeding. China's war is real. The trade war is real. Trump's holding the line with the tariffs, and it's messy. You know, it's bold as well, and you bet I'm telling y'all that this leadership looks like he's taking risks and making moves and not backing down from anything, and we'll see how that shakes out. But I'm riding with the plan, and it proves me and just prove me wrong. I mean, what y'all think? Drop a comment if you feel in this tariff play, or if you think this is crashing us. Smash that like button if you're with me. Subscribe if you ain't already, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next one. Until next time, stay smart, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one, man. Peace.